This is my dad's work computer, and today we're going to see if it can run some games in 2026. I'm going into this video with low expectations because, after all, this is one of the budget HP laptops they overcharge you for at Best Buy. Come on, almost $600 for a laptop containing an i3, is that not just highway robbery? Speaking on the specs of this laptop, this bad boy contains a 13th gen i3 mobile chip, which can actually perform better than the CPU I have in my computer currently. It has 6 cores, 2 P cores, and 4 E cores, and 8 threads, allowing it to have decent multi-core performance even though it's limited to only 15 watts. It also comes with 12GB of DDR4 RAM running at 3200 megatransfers and a 500GB NVMe SSD, which is nice since you can upgrade this over the years. Anyways, let's get into the gaming side of things and see if it can crush some of the titles I have for it. Getting into this laptop should be pretty straightforward, right? Nope, absolutely not. It took me over 2 hours to just install Windows because of BitLocker protection. Just to find out later on that my dad had the password the entire time, so I spent 2 hours doing nothing. But after that, getting those drivers were another issue. For some reason, HP makes it impossible to download their drivers and just install it. You need to use this stupid application. And let me tell you about this application. It didn't even work. It didn't even work. I needed to go into CMD in the Windows 11 start screen just to get past the Wi-Fi thing, which already was infuriating enough. Then finally, when I was in the desktop, I was able to use the USB with the drivers. Thankfully, after this, we had no major problems. As you can see on screen, I have the specs of the laptop pulled up. You can see the i3, you can see the 12GB of RAM, all there, just perfectly waiting to be used for gaming, of course. But anyways, I got some drivers downloaded, got the Wi-Fi installed, and shortly after got our first game installed. But before that, I just wanted to quickly compare and contrast my CPU to this laptop CPU. My CPU only has 4 cores and 4 threads, while this has 2 P cores and 4 E cores, which is insane, while also having hyper-threading. This is a hyper-threaded chip coming off of a laptop. It's crazy. And only drawing 15 watts and able to outperform some high-level chips from back in the days is crazy to me. You are seeing the benchmark against an i5-7600K, which is a high-level chip that was known for its great gaming performance and its ability to do any sort of task, but this i3 is able to beat it so easily while also drawing 76 less watts. Honestly, just from this, I am impressed by this little thing, and I can't wait to see its gaming performance. Going into our first game, we have Valorant. I'm in a swift play game where usually a lot is happening, like people are dying and util is being used. As you can see, I'm hovering around 60 to 80 FPS, going into the low 50s during fights and stuff. But it's not that noticeable since this screen is only 60 Hz. But come on, you gotta be impressed. On integrated graphics and a 15-watt CPU, the fact that it's able to not only record at 1080p 30, but also play the game at decent FPS, allowing for a very playable experience. As you can see, not much is going on here, but the FPS is stable. That's the most important part. There's no dips during fights, and it's just able to just stay there and give a very playable experience. Keep in mind, this is 60 Hz, so it's not that noticeable. There's also a little bit of screen tearing, but that's okay. It's not that noticeable when you're in a fight, but come on. No input delay, it feels smooth. It's better than my own PC, and it's running at just 3 times less frames, but the input delay, man, the input delay is not noticeable at all. I could definitely play on this for hours, but honestly, gotta give it props to this PC. It is doing this well. Here's an example of a hectic situation. As you can see, I put up my wall, there's util getting placed everywhere, and the FPS is still playable. I mean, come on. 15 watts and we're still doing this? Crazy. As you can see, I'm playing out of my mind right here. Get a crazy 1 tap and a nice another kill. And here, the round ends. On to our next game, which is Rocket League. With Rocket League, I encountered a strange bug where it would not let me put the game higher than 720p. But it's not that crazy because the game is just running pretty terribly, honestly. It's Rocket League, it's a DX9 title, so it's pretty easy to run. But it's only running around 60 to 70 FPS, sometimes dipping around the low 40s when there's huge goal explosions happening, like right here. But honestly, very playable, acceptable experience. I was hoping for a little better, But I also have to remember that this is running on integrated graphics, which begs the question, why aren't manufacturers putting like low-end but still capable graphics cards into these systems? I mean, you could definitely put a workstation card in here and it could give you a very playable experience, not only in games but in video recording, or let's say Zoom meets when you have to share your screen. So that's going to be taking a little bit of a toll, but other than that, it's running pretty well, got no complaints. But on to our next game, which is freaking Minecraft. Honestly, I don't know what to say. Minecraft defaulted to its highest settings I've seen on a computer so far. It gave me 16 chunks on fancy graphics with everything churned up, and come on, it is giving a very playable frame rate. I mean, you're looking at it, it's recording at 1080p 32. It's crazy to see how great this computer can handle Minecraft. On ground, running around after everything has loaded in, you're getting around 80 to 90 FPS, maybe even 120. You could definitely crank down just the render distance just a little bit, just to give you a high refresh rate gaming. But come on, man, can you really complain? This is great. In a little bit, I crank up the chunks to 32, and even then, the computer handles it. Like, I know Minecraft isn't the hardest game to run, but with 32 chunks, I was expecting way worse, but it still was able to play it at a cinematic FPS of like 30 to 20, but on ground, it was averaging about 50. It's crazy, honestly. Computers have came such a long way. But anyways, as you can see, I'm just fooling around here using some TNT just to blow up and just give it a hard time, try and stress it out as much as possible. I know this is not the most optimal way of testing, but I didn't have much time with this computer. But anyways, as you can see with the explosions, it's still performing pretty well. Here I put it up to 32 chunks, and you could see after a few minutes to let the chunks really load in, it's still running very well. Like, come on, can you complain? Running around 30 FPS here, going down to the ground, I was able to get it up to like 60-ish, but yeah, it has some few drop-offs, but you can't blame it. It's a 15-watt chip. Again, I'm going to bring this up over and over again. It's a 15-watt chip, and it's running on 12 gigabytes of RAM. But honestly, this computer has blown me away. I was not expecting this experience. And you have to take into account that my normal computer cannot do this. If I tried to do this on my normal computer with a desktop chip, it would not be able to run this. The max it could do is maybe 12 chunks, and that's at like 60 FPS. And this could definitely do 12 chunks at like 120. And keep in mind, I have a dedicated graphics card in my own system. It's crazy. But as you can see, tech has came a long way since the last few years. I mean, we've gotten Intel chips with almost 30 cores. It's insane. But to see that budget laptops are able to do what machines in the past only could wish of doing at a playable frame rate now, it's honestly crazy to see how stable this machine was, even though it has so many limitations. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end my gaming benchmarks here. I'll put on some normal benchmarks to show you really how much of a performance difference there is between some of these older chips and some of these newer chips, just to show you that this computer is still capable in 2026 to game. Sure, not AAA titles, but come on, it is playing some of these lower esports and lower end titles pretty well at almost 80 to 120 FPS. It's mind-blowing, honestly. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. It was a blast making this video. It took me over 6 hours to just get all the things working, all the video recordings. So yeah, if you guys could drop a follow or subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. Hit the like button, and yeah, depending on this, I'll make more videos on these computers because I really am interested. Anyways, thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!